All right, let's start in the most popular room in the house, the kitchen. You're in there in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, eating. What's hot and what's working and what's cool in kitchens?
Limestone countertops, nice, warm, old world tones.
What about the walls?
Glazes are beautiful, crown molding accent, cabinets, crackle finishes.
Crackle finish,
wonderful.
that's what Misty is wearing.
Yes,
Misty?
absolutely.
So now this particular effect, it's an actual kind of a 3D effect, right? It makes it look like the
textured.
paint.
It's old world. One step, you do a white water base. You do a water base glue, second step, and then third step is a water base paint right over the glue as it's drying, and it'll crack right in front of your eyes.
So it looks like it's peeling, but once it's dry and it's good.
Absolutely.
Now, if you and your guys came in and did this, what would it cost per square foot?
$10 to $15 a square foot.
It's pretty expensive. What if I wanted to do it myself?
You do it yourself, $3 to $4 a square foot.
Really?
Yeah.
So, and it's easy. It's something a first time.
Well, you want to read. There's a lot of books. Home Base, Home Depot, they have books, instructional books. That's a great way to do it.
And the beautiful thing is, if you screw it up, you just scrape it all
Wipe
off and
it
you
off,
start out.
Try again. Yeah.
All right.
You know what? The best thing I always tell everybody: do a sample first.
Misty is our sample. Misty, you turned out great. Thank you. All right, now, are there any paints better than others? Because you're going to spend all this time putting down the drop cloths, masking everything off.
Yeah.
Is it really that much of a difference?
There is. Pratt & Lambert is probably the highest end, and that's what I use. It's, it's one of the world's best.
Do it, and it lasts. It's washable.
Almost forever, virtually forever.
All right, let's move from the kitchen into the bedroom and the living room. Totally different vibe here. You do more of your living in here. What's hot now?
You can do some nice faux finishes, glazing, ragging, sponging.
Speaking of which, we have Caroline. Caroline, come on out. Now that is a faux finish on Caroline. That's not the real Caroline. How does that work?
That layers of soft glazes, meaning watered down paint.
So you have paint. If you water it down more than you should, it almost becomes translucent.
It's translucent. Start with a dark base, go lighter tones, so like 3 or 4 coats of ragging, and you got a beautiful wall finish.
So these are all colors that are in sort of the same color family, right?
Yeah.
And you always start dark and add light on top.
Go light.
Okay. You look very nice, Caroline. Thank you very much. Now, what is that? If you were to do a faux finish, what does that cost?
$6 to $8 a square feet.
And if I was going to do it?
$2 to $3.
Because it's cheap. It's just cheesecloth, paint. And once again, this is easy. You don't even have to scrape it off.
Your gallon of paint will go a long way because you're adding water or a liquid glaze to it. So,
right. And again, if you screw it up, whitewash it, start all over again. All right. All right. What about some trends? What's hot for other rooms in the house?
Trompe l'oeil is a beautiful, painting columns that look like they're jumping out at you.
Like the
three-dimensional.
murals you see on buildings.
Beautiful. Sky is a big thing as well.
Okay. Carla's, she's all sky. Carla, come on out. Carla's got a nice little trompe l'oeil of column and sky.
Absolutely.
Now this seems a little more artistically involving.
To do sky, you got to be an artist. We get probably $30 to $40 a square foot to do an elaborate sky.
Wow. So people actually have full-on murals in their homes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now that's and little of that goes a long way.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another big trend is European plasters. Hand-polished plaster is big. Do a plaster base. Also another trend is plaster base and automotive pearl over the plaster. It's a wonderful high-end, high-tech look.
It's very nice. Thank you very much, Carla. Go on back to sky. That's nice. Now, I remember a lot of older homes that have the stenciling thing, kind of an old granny type look.
Not anymore. I think stenciling has gone to a new level. You can really richen a living room or an entryway with
anywhere. You could even enrichen Elena. Elena, come on out with your stencil work, please. This is incredible stencil work. That's not off the rack. You can't get that. So what you do is you actually make a stencil, you spray paint, you sponge.
Actually, I'll do a beautiful negative glaze as my first step.
What is a negative glaze?
Negative glaze is when you do an eggshell base and a real soft cheesecloth glaze. That's your first step. And then the same glaze color, you do your stencil. And while that stencil's drying, even do a little negative with the cheesecloth on the stencil. And it gives it that old, rich, used look. And it's a wonderful effect.
Okay, and do you use always water-based latex?
Water-based oils are really not that great for your health, you know, so I try to stick with the water bases.
Okay.